What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Today is I'm on some serious stuff. We're on a serious note today. Today we're going to talk about gun violence in my city, to be exact, to be specific. In my city, and we gonna just break down all the things around gun violence that really affects the family. So, Lil Johnny gets shot. I'm just gonna say Johnny because of John Doe, Jane Doe. I'm just using the regular name. Lil Johnny gets shot, and his mother has to go try to identify his body. Now, with his mother, he has a sister and a brother, an older brother and a younger sister. He's the middle child, and he's shot. The mother tried to go to see who killed her son after she had identified the body in the morning, which they gave her a hard time doing. She comes to the detective and tell them a little bit about what she knows. Tell her child wasn't a gangbanger, he wasn't a bad child. He might just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. He wanted to go out and go to the mall and go party with his friends and his cousins. It just happened to be his cousin's birthday. He went out, he never came back home. Now in my city, that's just a typical day. Now in other cities, they might take this serious and they gonna go try and identify Lil Johnny's murder. And they might find who killed Lil Johnny because the people in the community might talk. But not in St. Louis, Missouri. See, our neighbors have to be around the killer of Lil Johnny every day. So they don't want to open their mouth because they got fear that the person that killed Lil Johnny might shoot up their house. Might shoot their little sons and daughters that go to school with Lil Johnny every day. So they not so fast to open up their mouth. And in my city, St. Louis, Missouri, the police, they just got into what they don't want to care about nobody that got killed. All they want to do is get the drugs and the money off the city. Because they figure if they take the drugs and the money off the city, that the killing will stop. But that's not true. Because these kids out here in these streets are picking up guns for no reason. They ain't got nothing to do. It's boring out here. It ain't no kid community centers or nothing that's doing nothing positively big for the children in the city. So you know what these kids do? They go to this is what they do. I'm gonna show you. They pick up this and they get to swipe. And they swipe and they swipe and they swipe. And all down their news feed they see RIP or I got this Draco or twerk this and all that. And I'm not saying that you gotta be what you see or what you hear, but everything is programmed into these children's heads. Some of these kids probably just think you can shoot somebody and they might respawn back because they've been killing people on Call of Duty and they come back alive. But not in the real world. And see, our police, they don't have a relationship with these people in the community. They barely know Lil Johnny's mama. They look at Lil Johnny's mama as a no good female, a no good mother, a bad mother because she didn't stop her child from getting shot. But that can happen to any one of us, y'all. That could be me, that could be you, that could be that person over there, that could be in your city, anybody's city. It's happening right now, y'all. And it's an epidemic. We gotta be smart enough to wake up and see this. It's becoming an epidemic. These kids are killing each other in enormous rates, alarming rates. And we ain't woke up yet, y'all. We ain't realized that, dang, we gotta put some protection upon us. We gotta put God first. Because that's what's gonna start it. That's what starts the change in the body. You start praying, you start preaching righteousness to your children. And it might seem like it's not going in, but it's gonna spark. I'm telling you, it worked for me. It's gonna work for y'all. I was one of these kids that was out here crazy, all that, but my mama would continue to pray for me. to continue to put some blessings and some coverings over my life because I was out here running wild. And that's what we got to do for these kids. Don't talk bad about them. Pray for them. We just gonna pray for them for real, and pray that God really put some change in these children. Two, we gotta pray for our police, because the police are scared of these kids. They scared to come in these communities and talk to these kids and really get to know these kids. Hang around the block for a little bit here and there. You ain't gotta be trying to lock nobody up. You ain't gotta be trying to set nobody up. Come on the block with some basketball, some food or something one time, and just be like, I'm just trying to. Go to a block where you see a whole lot of kids. Go, okay, I always see kids down this block. Let me go take these kids a basketball goal and some food to let them know they can have something else besides hanging out on the block and looking at these drug dealers, because that's what they're going to want to be. Because they see the drug dealer with the money card, and they the only ones that's doing something for them, because they give a little kid $1, $2, $5 here to go to the store for them here and there. So guess what? That's the bond that they're getting. They're getting the bond with the drug dealer, because the drug dealer do for them. When the police would come and do something for them besides kicking their door and lock their brothers and sisters and mothers and daddies up, they would have a different outlook on the police. Two, the police gotta start coming around and actually helping people. Here, I seen your car got stolen here. Boom. I went and got your car for you. Here, I seen your bike got stolen. Here, I went and got your bike. Especially if it was from somebody from another block that ain't from their community and it took their bike or their car somewhere else. Here, bring that bike to bring that car, that bike, or whatever that is, back to them people and let them see, hey, I care about people on this block. I really want y'all to succeed. I really want y'all to be a good community, a thriving community. So I'm going to pour into this community. If they see that, guess what? They're going to pour into their police. Well, hey, I know I ain't supposed to say it, but such and such over here selling drugs and blah, 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 blah. Because we want our community nice. We want our kids to be able to come out on the streets, come out on the yard and play. We don't want to have to worry about our kids ducking and dodging from gunshots because these stupid kids on the block selling drugs and got it unsafe for our kids that want to come out here and play. That's why another reason they were like, why kids don't never go outside back in the day? I realized it's because these kids don't want to get killed. Ain't nothing going on outside but drug dealing, niggas getting killed, and ratchet stuff. If the kid got some kind of morals about them, they're going to stay in the house and be on the computer or be on the game because they don't want to be a part of what's outside. But if what's outside was positive, they will be out there. If they can go outside and they just play with their kids, play with their friends, jump rope and all that every now and then, they wouldn't worry about, oh well, if I go outside I can possibly get shot because that's all they do is doing out there. You got to make it safe for these kids so these kids can be safe. I don't understand why we don't understand that, child. And now I'm gonna put on the end of here some real dialogue for some mothers that have lost their children. It ain't the video, it's just the audio. I want y'all to really pay attention to this because it's crazy out here, man. I just want my city to get better. I want the world to get better because each one teach one. If we all can get better, then we all will be better and we can do better. We can have better things and we can make our communities thrive instead of our communities going down. We always try to talk about they're trying to gentrify. No, we want the white people, the quote unquote white people to move in our community and start bringing things in our community because you don't know what, that brings the property value up in the community. And all y'all people that, oh, we can't afford it. No, just get off your ass and get a job. And you ain't got to worry about selling drugs. I guarantee you, they work, when they move and they gentrify stuff, they make it for people, the working class people who can afford stuff. They don't say, well, the rich, this is only for the rich people, so you got to move out. That only happens in Hollywood and all that. I'm not talking about our communities, the Midwest and the small West and all them, the down south, those places. They usually put stuff that we can afford in them. They're going to put a Starbucks. Starbucks is not high. They're going to put a Chick-fil-A. That's not, but that makes money coming to the community because those are places that eat not only black, but white people eat. They can't put a Harold's Chicken in the community because everybody's not going to eat it. But if they put Chick-fil-A or Subway there, then people will come into the community. I'm just saying, you got to be more cognitive to what's going on in our community. We have to be more helpful, we got to be more of the solution and less of the problem, y'all. I'm just speaking for my black race, y'all. Some people might get it, some people might not get it. I'm just putting this out here because I'm tired of people trying to say it needs to be changed and we don't want to be the change. You have to be the change to see the change. So what you start doing, I mean, people around you start doing stuff, then people around them will start doing stuff. Then you'll notice your circle of people around you are doing positive things. That's all it takes. You can't focus on the world. You can't. Ever heard of ever heard of the phrase "aim for the moon, shoot for the moon, but land on the star"? I mean, shoot for the stars and land on the moon. That's what that means. You want to aim for a wider cast, but you just focus on the little stuff that you can control, and then it'll make a bigger impact over the world. That's it, y'all. I'm gonna put some audio on here, like I said, of some ladies talking about how the police system have failed them. And this is not to down the police system. This is not to down police. This is just dialect so that we can get better. I'm just speaking from my city, St. Louis, Missouri. It's your boy Ryan, man, and I'm out.
Cases get high profile depending on who their parent is, depending on their color, depending on where they grew up at. Yeah, all of that. And I mean, it's to the point now where I don't even reach out to the detectives because first of all, I never spoke to them over the phone. It's through text. I've never.
I was going to ask you, like you said, like before, like you get text messages.
Yeah, I've never known that to be the way that you speak to anybody, dealing with a case. So they just let me know right then and there, that they wasn't willing, to even investigate the case. The day at the scene, they were so mad that they couldn't find my son's cell phone. So instead of them being, looking, first of all, when I got there, the police said he's at the morgue. So I said, what? So my son said, no, he's in there. They wouldn't let me see my son. I didn't get to identify him. They kept my son for 2 weeks. I didn't get to see my son until the day before his funeral. So I never knew what he looked like again, anything. So I did see them wheel him out. They let me touch, that portion, but for seeing him, I didn't. When he got shot, I was FaceTime, so I didn't know that my son passed because he looked so peaceful. Wasn't nothing I'd attack he was just laying there. I thought, he was just shot and gonna be okay. But they didn't let me see him. They couldn't find his cell phone, and they told me and my sons, well, since y'all don't want to give us his cell phone, y'all finna go to jail. And they locked my 2 sons up at the scene while they just
They give a reason about the cell phone. What is this about the cell phone?
Oh, well, we need his cell phone. We'll go find it. You're not letting us in the house. Do you think we worried about a cell phone right now?
Right.
We are trying to process that my 20-year-old son is laying here gone. That's what we're processing. But they locked my son up. The one police kicked my oldest son because he didn't want to get in the car. Do you really think they want to leave their mama, and they brother right here, and like literally it wasn't even an hour later. So they locked them up. They didn't let them out until the next morning. When I called, the detective was just so rude. The head detective of what is it? Florissant, Hamburglar, whatever his name is, but he was so rude, and it's just like it just the way they demeanor, it let me know that I will never be in contact with them. They will never fight for my son because you treated us like trash. And then you had the nerve to ask my sons, did they kill a brother? What type of, it was bad. It was bad, but it was just like they never treated us like we should have been treated. We were the victims. We are here. We are the victims. So that's another reason why I don't even reach out to them. I just, that time gonna come. That's Florissant. No, Hazelwood. I'm sorry. Hazelwood. That's just how much I know. St. Louis County was the one that came out to take his body and the crime scene, but they wouldn't even let me see my son because Hazelwood told him no. I mean, you would have thought that I walked up and punched every police in the face the way they was acting and the way they treated me. So yeah, and they still like that right now today. So it's like if your son, I feel like it depends on who you are, and basically, and what color your kid is and where you come from. Because if you just a regular parent like I am, then yeah. But now I got numbers behind me, so I'm sure it's gonna come different now. But at first, I didn't have so much power behind.
So you feel like another number?
Yeah, I did, but now I don't, because it's number and powers. That's why we all right here today, because each one of us that's waiting for justice, we gonna fight with each other. They gonna respect us, and they gonna respect our kids.
And it's like we're trying to solve our own kids' case. We're out here doing what the police and detectives need to be doing. You call, you get the run around. It's ridiculous. And it's going on for my son, Corey, and my nephew, Preston.
For me, I called when my son was killed. They called me at midnight, and he said they need you to come to the police station. And to be honest, I thought he was talking about my oldest son. I never thought, and I asked him. I said, "Well, do I need to bring bail money, ID? What am I doing?" Now, mind you, I heard these shots at 9:30. I'm on Page and Hamilton, less than a mile and a half from the house. When I got there, it was like the first 48. I'm in the room with the chair rockety. They closed the door. Nobody's telling me nothing. I'm steady asking. They telling me to hold on. When they finally got to it and I left, I was in shambles. I didn't know. I drove myself. I didn't know which way to go, where to go, what was going on. But I call him once a week and I let him know. Detective Michael Cagle, I'm going to call you once a week. I'm out here beating the streets, doing your job. For you to tell me that you can't knock on somebody's door, that I knocked on the door. The old man said, if he come at night by himself, not looking like the police, I'll talk to him. But if you come looking like the police, I got to stay here. I ain't talking to you. That's exactly why I had the stroke. 5363 Minerva. I'm doing your job. I stopped calling this man because the last time I called him in 22, his exact words are, "What do you want me to do?" And I told him, I want you to do for me the same thing you did for Eric Grimes when you caught the killer over there or whatever he did to his wife. I want the same justice. Why? I was never able to identify my son. They say, we know who he is. He got the wallet. We don't need you to come down. Just like you, my son sat in the morgue. I just literally 21 received his phone. I don't have clothes, belt, hat, nothing. Nothing. I went to get the death certificate. I had to wait for that. But when I want to get the autopsy, they say we can't give it to you because the case is still actively open. But when I call you, according to the way you talk to me, it's not actively open. I've been at several police meetings where they want the neighbors to come out and they want to talk about this and all of this. The last one I went to was on West Florissant at that church sitting right across from Ronald Jones. He told me they're working on 21. Would you skip 18? 18 come for 21. So what are you doing for the killers in 18? If you working on 21 and we in 23, we don't matter. The police, you applied for the job. Do your job. Because if you didn't want to do the detective work, you should have went and found something else to do. You applied to be a detective. So I'm going to need you to get out there and detect who killed my son.
DJ, my bad, you had something?
I was just going to say, I think it's important that we, as a community, start policing our own community sometimes. Because if we don't show that we care and we don't show that we passionate about it, how do we expect anyone else to show that they're passionate, that they care?
The people are afraid.
I understand that, and I think it's the older men in the communities, the uncles, the big brothers, the OGs, as they like to call it. They gotta start speaking up, and they on this whole no snitching era, that's how we get the never-ending cycle of revenge. And if we keep going the way we're going, it's not gonna stop. And I just feel like people gotta take some type of ownership and some type of responsibility for their actions. And I just think if we just got to be better mentors as young men, as older men, as mother. I mean, not mothers, but older men.
Mothers,
everybody just got to be a better mentor.
Need the guidance as well.
Yeah.
Females need the guidance as well.
Yeah, that's
so
all
it's
true.
not men. These females
are not in these shoes.
Hello.
They really better open their eyes.
I mean, you have little girls out here that are setting these little boys up. You have them out here. One baby daddy over here got this one mad at this one. No, they should be focusing on something other than harming.
That's a good point, man. Thank you so much, ladies, for, sharing your thoughts, sharing your feelings, and really pouring out your heart. DJ, thank you for stopping in. I want to make sure that we can get your number as well. Yeah, come on. Go ahead, talk about it first.
So, tomorrow, our first support group, will be by Zoom. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm a mother that lost her son and nephew to gun violence and other family to gun violence. But we'll be doing a support group via Zoom. So this is for any mother that lost a child prematurely. So it doesn't matter if it was from a car accident, gun violence, suicide, whatever. And you need the support to be able to talk to other mothers and, just a place for us. The Zoom meeting is 842-3878-8578. Again, the Zoom meeting is 842-3878-8578. The passcode is 601786. Again, 601786. This is from 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. This will be the first one. It's, just an open space for us mothers so we can process, heal, and build a sisterhood. So, if you know somebody, if you know a mother that may can benefit, please invite her.
Thank you, Precious, and thank you, ladies, again, man. This has been an amazing insight, especially for us as youth. So we appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And you're listening to Youth POV on 100.3 The Beat.
What's up, family? Good morning. Could y'all do me a favor? I would like for everybody to go over to the Buchanan family and like, share, subscribe, and all of that so you can get updates and be up to date on all my good content, all my videos, all my skits, everything. I might make a TikTok, but I will, if I do make one, I will be posting the link on YouTube first. So make sure that you subscribe to the Buchanan family. I'll see y'all over there. Peace.